What's going on, guys? JSGC here, back again with another Man City video, where today we're going to be doing the preview of Man City's Champions League away game against Villarreal. So before I do crack on with this video, do go and check out today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by SofaScore. SofaScore are going to keep you guys up to date every single day with all the latest football scores from around the grounds. They're going to keep you guys up to date with the latest match information, along with the latest team news, the latest statistics, and so much more. It's not just got football covered, it's got all the sports and information covered that you guys love to follow, so do go and check it out. SofaScore is a free app to download, very highly rated, and anyone that does download using my link in the description or the QR code on screen does help to support the future content created here on my channel. And a big thank you to SofaScore for sponsoring today's preview. So this match taking place at Estadi de la Ceramica in Champions League match day number 3 on Tuesday 21st of October 2025 with an 8 PM BST kickoff time, with the game being broadcast live on TNT Sports. Anyone heading to this away game against the Yellow Submarine, do enjoy yourselves and do keep yourself safe in Spain as well. So having a look at previous result, the last time Man City went to Villarreal away was on 2nd of November 2011. Man City won in Spain that day by 3-0 thanks to goals from Mario Balotelli and a brace from Yaya Toure. It's mental that that game is 14 years ago, and it's also quite crazy to think that Villarreal and City haven't played each other in 14 years as well. So it is nice to see Villarreal once more. So our opponent, Villarreal CF, formed in 1923, led by manager Marcelino. They currently find themselves third in La Liga on 17 points from 9 games with 5 wins, 2 draws and 2 losses. They are 26th in the Champions League, picking up 1 point with 1 draw, 1 loss and no wins as of yet. In terms of their form, they drew their last game at 2-2 at home against Real Betis on Saturday. In fact, they've not won a game in 3 matches in all competitions. They lost their last away game 3-1 against Real Madrid. That was just before the international break. In the Champions League, they drew at home against Juventus 2-2 in their last Champions League game. And in their first Champions League game of the season, they lost away from home in England against Tottenham Hotspur by 1-0 in London in their opening game. So I'm looking at Villarreal's team and I'm wondering, where are the dangers? Well, firstly, Nicolas Pepe in attack, former Arsenal man. They've got Mikia Tuadzi starting as their striker. They've got Tojon Buchanan as a winger as well. I'm expecting him to start. They've also got other attacking options, Ayoze Perez, Mano Solomon, Gerard Moreno, all good attacking options potentially for Villarreal in this game. You've got Papa Gay in midfield, Thomas Partey an option as well, Renato Vieira, Johan Foyth as centre-back options. To me, if they had everybody fit and available, they've got a pretty solid team. Problem is, they don't have everybody fit and available. So Mano Solomon, Luis Jr. and Santi Comasana are all expected to be back training with Villarreal. So the question is, are they going to make the squad? I'm a little more uncertain because I can't really find too much information on whether Johan Foyth is going to be fit for this game. But I think he might be a week or 2 short. Costa Cabanes and possibly Ayoze Perez going to be missing for Villarreal. So we're looking here at a 4-3-3 formation. I'm expecting Tenas to be starting in goal. The back four made up of Marino, Marin, Viega and Alfonso. Alfonso a decent left back, by the way. Parejo, Comasana and Gay as their 3 midfielders, with Pepe on one side, Buchanan on the other, and Mika Duarzi starting up top. So for Manchester City, formed in 1894, led by manager Pep Guardiola, we find ourselves currently in the Premier League. We're second. Manchester City were top 4 a few hours before Arsenal beat Fulham, so they've gone top in the Premier League. Manchester City second, as we saw Tottenham Hotspur lose at home yesterday against Aston Villa, and we also saw Liverpool lose at home to Manchester United. So Man City now up to second and hot on the tails of Arsenal. In terms of the Champions League, we're 8th in the Champions League, 4 points from 2 games, and we want to be trying to follow that up here with a win, because 7 points from 3 games is a very decent return. So in terms of our current form, won 6 of our last 8 games in all competitions. We're unbeaten in them 8 games as well. We won our last game at home 2-0 against Everton on Saturday in the Premier League. We won our last away game as well in the Premier League. That was 1-0 against Brentford. We beat Napoli in Champions League match day number 1 by 2-0 at the Etihad Stadium. And then in our second game, we played AS Monaco away from home. I felt like Man City should have won that game. We didn't win that game. We dropped points thanks to conceding a late penalty, and we drew that game 2-2. So we're looking here to try and pick up more away points. If we could pick up an away win as well, puts us in a really good position, because I know we've got some very difficult games coming up, at home against the likes of Dortmund and Bayer Leverkusen, obviously Real Madrid away match in December. We've got a trip to Norway in the Arctic Circle in January on an artificial pitch. Got to play Galatasaray as well at home. There's lots of very difficult games for Man City, so we've just got to keep taking it a game at a time and keep assessing the league table. What we want to do is we sit in the top 8. We want to ensure that after the end of each match day in the Champions League, we continue to sit in the top 8. So for us to guarantee ourselves to be still in the top 8 come the end of match day number 3 in the Champions League, we've got to win this game. So Man City, in terms of our injuries, Rodri expected to be out until at the very earliest the end of this month. He's going to be missing this game. He's going to be missing the game against Aston Villa as well. He's probably going to miss the Carabao Cup game against Swansea, and I wouldn't be surprised to see Man City not rush Rodri back. So it may be November before we do see him again. It's looking like it's going to be too soon for Khusanov as well, so I'm expecting him to miss out. Everybody else should be fit and available. I know Nico O'Reilly picked up a knock against Everton, but he seems like he's okay. Pep Guardiola has confirmed that was just a knock. We've got Rayan Ait-Nouri training, so we'll see if he makes the matchday squad. Wasn't quite fit enough to make the matchday squad at the weekend against Everton, but we do have Rayan, Cherki, Mateo, Kovacic and Omar Marmoush back and available for selection. So I'm going to pop up my Man City team prediction now. I reckon Donnarumma is going to be starting in goal ahead of James Trafford. I think the back four is going to be Matheus, Nunes, Ruben Diaz, Nathan Ake and Josko Gvardiol. Nico O'Reilly picked up a knock. I wouldn't risk him here. I would let him be rotated, let him sit this game out on the bench if we need him, but I'd let him sit out the game. Nathan Ake looked rusty, needs more minutes, so I start him. I'd put him as our centre back, and I'd start Josko Gvardiol because Josko Gvardiol had a rest in our last game. So that's what I would do if I was in charge at City. I've gone with a midfield three of Kovacic, Reijnders and Phil Foden. I feel like Kovacic is going to help bring more balance and more of a controlled kind of level to Man City's playing rather than what Nico G would bring. So I would go with Kovacic over Nico Gonzalez for this game. I've gone with Bernardo Silva out wide. It could well be Phil Foden going out wide, but both them players can invert, cut into the centre, support the striker, and also occupy the opposite flank. So you could see Doku move to the right-hand side, or you could obviously move both players, so Bernardo Silva, Phil Foden, into midfield and get more of an overlap from Matheus Nunes, and that means then we'd go more of a back three rather than a back four. But it depends on if Nunes wants to get forward. Does Gvardiol want to get forward if he starts? And if Nunes is going to sit deep, Gvardiol should go forward, and if Gvardiol's going to sit deep, then Nunes should be getting forward. We'll see what City go with. But yeah, I'm going with Bernardo Silva one side, Jeremy Doku on the other, and inform Erling Haaland, the man that Villarreal do need to stop if they do want to take points off Man City. So a bit of rotating here and there. O'Reilly I wouldn't risk. I've got rest here for Nico G and Savinho. Plenty of quality. Nico G, O'Reilly, Savinho, James Trafford, Rico, Lewis, John Stones, Omar Marmoush, Rayan, Cherki, Oscar, Bobb and more. So plenty of options there for City to contemplate and and with a difficult Premier League away game against Aston Villa, I feel like just rotating 2 or 3 players would be good, because I am expecting City next midweek in our Carabao Cup game against Swansea City for Man City to do a full squad rotation. So I feel like there's just bits of rotation that's needed rather than wholesale changes by Manchester City. So, in terms of my score prediction for this game, not too sure which way to call it, because Champions League games are very difficult to predict, and you don't really know what kind of standard and quality that you're looking at here. You would look on paper and you'd expect Man City to be too strong, but playing in a stadium that's all yellow, and Villarreal can get on top and score first, it becomes a very difficult away game this for City. But I'm backing City here. I'm going 2-0 Man City. I'm hoping City can make a habit of keeping clean sheets. We've got consecutive clean sheets in the Premier League, so I'm hoping that we can continue that. I'm hoping that we can continue with our controlled play, and I'm hoping that Haaland can continue with his fine goal scoring form as well and help Man City to win this game. I'm going for Haaland to score in this match. I'm going for Tijjani Reijnders as a bit of my outsider to score a goal as well. I feel like Tijjani Reijnders needs to continue to embed himself. I feel like this is a season of embedding before you're going to see the very best out of Tijjani Reijnders, and at some point you will, and I have no doubt that he will be a high quality player for us and a cracking signing. Just needs a bit of patience, and I'm going for Reijnders to find his feet a bit more here and Reijnders to find a goal. So I'm going 2-0 Man City. City keeping a clean sheet as well. Job's a good one. 7 points from 3 games. Move on to the next one. Turn to my betting tips. I'm going not both teams to score, Haaland to score any time, and if Thomas Partey does end up starting, he loves a yellow card, so I'd go with Thomas Partey to get a yellow card any time as well. Now, next up, Villarreal, they take on Valencia away from home in La Liga on Saturday. They will take on, in their next Champions League game, a trip to Cyprus, where they're going to take on Paphos away in Champions League match day number 4. For Man City, it's Aston Villa away on Sunday before we take on Borussia Dortmund at home in Champions League match day number 4. That'll be the last Champions League game before we hit another international break. Marvellous. Anyway, last note, I will be doing another live watch along for this game, so I'll be live at 7:30 p.m. BST tomorrow for you guys to enjoy, so do stick around and do set your reminders when that is live on my channel at some point this afternoon or this evening, so do stay tuned for that. So that has been today's preview. If you did enjoy this video, please do leave a thumbs up. It lets me know that you are enjoying the video. Do get your thoughts in the comments below, including your score and team prediction for this game. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new around here. It is free to subscribe. I'm going to keep you guys up to date with the latest City content here on YouTube, so if you haven't already, do subscribe. Also, don't forget social media links, they're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my X, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships or any videos or any general business inquiries. And finally, do go and check out today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by SofaScore. I'll see you all again for the live watch along tomorrow of this big Champions League game. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.